Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and today is a very special day. The last patch we ever got was the 26th of April 2023. That is pretty much 6 months ago. And today, Cold Iron deemed fit to grace us with another update. Probably the last one we'll ever get. So I will be reading through the patch notes, and trust me, they start in a very cold iron way. I'm gonna give you my thoughts after I've gone through them, so we can discuss in the comment section below. Let's get to it. The introduction reads as follows. This patch is scheduled to be available for PlayStation, PC and Switch by 10 AM PT on October 24th. The Xbox patch has been delayed and is expected by 10 AM PT on October 26th. Note, platform availability times may vary. Welcome to the Aliens Fireteam Elite quality of life patch notes. We've got dozens of fixes plus major updates to matchmaking and your favorite synth heading your way. Alpha and Beta now have improved offensive, defensive and support capabilities, meaning they'll act smarter and more in line with how an actual player might respond to the situation. They'll also scale more appropriately with high difficulty levels and perform more intelligently in regards of friendly fire, reviving and healing. Now, let's say your player base expects a patch that you've had in the oven for some weeks and they want to celebrate alongside their friends when the patch eventually comes out. What do you do if in your veins runs 100% cold iron juice? You mess up the deployment time so the Xbox people get the shot for a couple of days. Man, how difficult could it have been to have everything done, uploaded on the server and certified, and then give people a definitive day for deployment? Could it have been so hard to just get everything done and ready before you tease people up? This is pretty much the last update we'll ever get. We wanted to play with everyone without restraint to be able to have fun for pretty much the last event to ever come the game's way. What did they do? They messed this one up. But at this point it can be considered flair when it comes to the game, because you know you are in AFTE territory when something's not working as intended. So this is the introduction, and then we go into the quality of life changes. QOL reads as follows. Updates to matchmaking that fix host errors, disconnects, queue issues, crossplay crashes and more. All game modes have been added to quick play, added additional logs and analytics, alpha and beta updates, improved offensive, defensive, support capabilities, adjusted scaling and healing for difficulties, adjusted behavior when reviving, adjusted behavior relating to fire paths and friendly fire, adjusted sleep mode parameters, leaving alpha and beta in at least a state of minimal engagement at all appropriate times. These are all great updates. What's important is that they are now optimized when it comes to fire paths and friendly fire. You know that alpha and beta loved getting in the way of us shooting stuff, ending in them getting shot, and of course on high difficulties just plain killed, because if they take a bunch of backshot in the face, you can be sure they're not getting back up. Adjusted sleep mode parameters is also important. They tended to idle for long periods of time for no apparent reason. They would just stop doing whatever and just stare at nothing. Now they should be more engaged, they should be more active on the battlefield, meaning they will be overall more useful because they will actually participate in the proceedings. What they say about improved offensive and defensive capabilities are not really quantifiable terms. We'll have to test them and see how much better they do. And the fixes to matchmaking, disconnects and all that are welcome. All modes being added to quick play is something that should have been done from day one. I'm not going to touch too much upon it. Self-explanatory that if you have a mode, it should be matchmaking compatible. They are the AI of the game. First and foremost, we have to come to grips with that. They will be more active, but they will never be a match for an active human being. So making it easier to connect and not disconnect from other people is great, and if you have to supplement one slot with a synthetic, at least now they won't be completely useless. What I don't see in this part is a reconnect option. If they went out of their way to add all those fixes to improve their netcode, to improve the overall performance of connections, why not have a reconnect? We know servers are involved because you get connected to servers when you boot up the game since the update that enabled crossplay came live. Why not have a reconnect in case someone disconnects so they can get back into the game? Mind-boggling, and I don't think we're gonna see it at this point. Just wanted to bring it to your attention. Let's move on with the bug fixes. Bug fixes reads as follows. Lancer's Horde Slayer skin is retroactively granted to players who have completed Horde mode on Extreme. They patched this 20 times since the game came out, it never worked. Let's hope this time they actually fixed it. Fixed a rare bug that caused the game to fail to connect to the Epic servers. Fixed a missing sound effects related to Hell. Fixed an exploit in Cathedral Bridge. I can't even start to imagine which of the million exploits they're talking about here. Fixed a bug on the Cassie Tower that prevented players from purchasing additional consumables. Fixed bugs related to the following challenge cards: By the Lowest Bidder, Slow But Sure, Stack Magazines, Expandable Crew, Threat Neutralize, Chain Reaction, Sidearm Expertise, Sentry Turret. Fixed a bug related to players stumbling. Fixed a bug causing the perk Guard Dog to not deal appropriate damage, like the damage from Guard Dog is like game changing. Fixed a bug that prevented warriors being highlighted by the T22E4 Sargoda Enhanced Large Optic. Fixed a bug that caused the Anesthesiology perk to grant 20% temporary health. Okay, that's even worse now. Anesthesiology has been nerfed to the ground at this point. Fixed a bug that caused animation and sound effects error with the EDS93's DAC. Fixed a bug that caused the Gunner's Grenade to be not visible after emoting. Fixed a bug that allowed the player to exploit character movements. Fixed a bug that caused client crashes when players accept invites from hardcore players. Fixed a bug that caused malfunctions with the OCAP 91 Vulcan while using the Lancer kit. Fixed a bug causing lifetime stats to appear negative. Okay, I know that's been there for 1,000 years. It was kind of a meme. Now it's gone. Fixed a bug that prevented the requisition store from working consistently across all Horde modes. Fixed a bug that caused Alpha and Beta to continuously fire after being knocked down. We've all experienced this. Also a meme. It's gone. It was never very prominent, so it didn't cause any issues. My thoughts. As I already stated, they could have gone out of their way to implement a reconnect button that people have been asking for. These missions can be pretty lengthy. Some will take you more than 30, even 40 minutes. If you disconnect, your attempt's pretty much screwed. If we had the ability to reconnect in these missions, it would make our lives that much easier. That has not been done. What I'm reading about Alpha and Beta is fine. They will need to be actual replacements for players, but now maybe they can do a little bit better. I have to test what their defensive capabilities are. I have to get my hands on the patch and test it. I intended to stream the game tonight on a Tuesday because of the occasion, but we cannot really do that because not all of our people are on platforms that are getting the patch tonight. So I will at least try to stream it tomorrow, Wednesday, and then we'll see about the date that the Xbox crew will get the patch. Maybe we'll have an additional stream. They messed up the deployment again. I don't really like that they did. I would have appreciated a clean slate of effectiveness since they restructured their team and supposedly are trying to bring out the best possible version of the product at this point. But I'm not gonna be very whiny here, and I don't wanna dwell on negativity. It is something, we got something, that something will have to be tested before I can say that they did what they were supposed to do and bring the game forward in a better condition than it ever was. I don't want to give them too much credit, but I also don't want to be the bad guy in the room. Not because I have a reputation to upkeep or everything. I like to give it to you raw. I like to be honest. But when you see someone at least trying to do something, you should give credit where credit is due. A thing that's annoying me is that they keep not acknowledging the fact that specific team compositions cause problems to the frame rate. We're gonna run a 3-dock composition next time we stream, so you can all check how that plays and see if it is at all functional at this point, because the issue in many cases with the game is that when you bring a dock, or if the host is a dock, or you have a couple of docks in the team, the frame rate tanks, even on current gen systems. So I wanna cross-reference that and see what's been happening on that front. If they manage to iron out such things and streamline the frame rate, that'd be a godsend, and that will make the game feel so much better. But as I said, I have to test it extensively, bring it to your attention via stream, and then we can have a full discussion. I hope this was informative, people. As I've said from the first day that the game came out, I will be covering everything in it. Even if I move on to other projects, I will always come back to keep you posted. So sub, like, and hit the bell. If you really love the work I've been doing here for 2 years of my life now related to AFTE, click the little heart button below the play button that says super thanks, and leave a super thanks for your boy that loves you so much. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.